We were fortunate enough to visit Namibia in April 2021. We had an early border crossing and we saw the sunrise just outside of Bruno. We stopped at Kitchen 51 in the Keetmanshoop district for breakfast. That is always a winner. On the second day, we saw the sunrise just outside of Windhoek. This is just always such a beautiful picture to see. On our way to Oases, we passed the Oppikoppi Mountains. This is quite a landmark in the northern parts of Namibia. Oppikoppi is the Herero word for buttocks. We camped at Oppikoppi campsite in Kamanjab. It's a nice overnight camp with big spacious campsites. Again, we were treated on a beautiful Namibian sunset and we had a lovely braai at the camp. The next morning we departed for Palambar. Alongside the road there was beautiful landscapes. We also saw the odd rock formations next to the road. The gravel roads were in a very good condition despite the recent rains, and also COVID obviously should have interfered with the maintenance of the roads. We drove the Grootberg Pass, and on the other side of the pass we were met by the most magnificent views of Namibia. We entered the Torah Conservancy and made our way to Palambar. At Palambar we stayed at the Gondwana campsite. It's nice big campsites with beautiful ablutions. There's even a resident elephant, but unfortunately we didn't have the opportunity to meet him. As usual, Namibia gave us the most beautiful sunset. The next morning we went for a sunrise drive. The landscapes are beautiful and you just can't imagine any wildlife in this harsh land. We were fortunate enough though to see some of the wildlife of this barren country. Unfortunately, we didn't see the black rhino. This animal is specifically adapted to stay in these conditions. We also saw the welwitschia plant. It has only 2 leaves and the stem is 2 meters under the ground. You will only see this in Namibia. Our guide surprised us with a scrumptious brunch, complete with cold champagne and hot coffee. Back at camp, we could enjoy the facilities at the lodge, including the restaurant and the swimming pool. A monitor lizard or iguana paid us a visit as well at the campsite. The next day saw us leaving for Sesfontein and Ongongo. Again, the roads were in a very good condition and we had nice drives on the gravel road. At Sesfontein we visited the old fort and we were able to have coffee and tea there. This is like an oasis in the middle of nowhere and we made sure to take a nice long refreshing break there. Then we were off to Unconquer, a waterfall again in the middle of nowhere and barren country. The road to the campsite is a 2-spur road and it is fairly well signposted. The last 100 meters to the campsite is quite a steep decline with even a shallow river crossing. We visited this exact spot 19 years ago and were greeted by this scene. Unfortunately, 2 weeks prior to our recent visit, a flood did a lot of damage to the waterhole. Nevertheless, this is still worthwhile if you're in the area to go and have a look at this magnificent site. They do plan to restore the waterhole to its previous beauty. In the heat, it's great to relax and cool down a bit in the water. The campsites are very well kept and each has its own private ablutions. Soon we will have a campsite review available on this campsite. Be on the lookout for it. This is the end of part 1 of our Namibia trip. Part 2 will follow soon. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.